coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a fun little clash in the AFC, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And now a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Looking to pass. Tua. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Again, it's Taylor. And some room to run now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's to the 15. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Jones. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing Jones. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
42-yard line.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And that'll make it third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
He'll dump this off to Achane. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now third down and 6 to go. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
A run straight ahead with H.M.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5.
Here's Tua.
Out route to Hill, complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Ochan. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2.
A 22-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll let one go deep for Downs. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Back to throw now on first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just made. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
Jones will try and run with it.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Colts.
Michael Pittman
From 8 yards out.
and the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Colts 7. Spencer Schrader
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Shifts by him. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes, because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Tua going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They'll get this one to Pittman.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing.
Malik Washington deep for Miami. Also a nice return of 12 yards.
And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami set to take over.
Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. The field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
Second and 8 at their 49-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Darren Waller, 51 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And, you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes him so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here, got into the end zone.
Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
He'll start with a give to Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense.
They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
Throw caught by Achane.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Up the middle, Achane.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the Colts 31-yard line.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
It's 2nd down.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
To the 43, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7.
They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones.
The toss here completed to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
In motion goes the tight end. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down and 8. Off the option, here's Taylor.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
63 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
They juked him. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Throwing Jones. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Colts 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they were terrific in the 1st half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
In motion, Hill. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Now he's free at the 35.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
65 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the 1st half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the 1st half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And the Colts getting ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, Jones. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 22. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
A short one there, caught by Warren.
It'll be a gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off play action, Jones. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Ball on the 27.
Back to throw. Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
For the extra point.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Dolphins 31, Colts 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, able to avoid him.
And able to get this out to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
In motion right here, Washington. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and then instead run up the middle. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. Here's Tua. A quick slant to Hill.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely to pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Looking to put a drive together. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Jones. That one finds Pierce right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Jones will sneak it. And he is going to have the Colts first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 42 yards. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Colts 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Things sure were looking good for him at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On play action, here's Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Here's a toss left for Achane.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Taken down back at the 10-yard line.
Two and now, 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Sanders' kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Daniel Jones and the Colts down by 6. A minute 50 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now Jones. Pass complete to Taylor.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. Jones. Finding Pittman. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still a minute 20 left to go in the game.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Jones.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Jones. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
32-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Jones looking around. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Colts are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And the Colts, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.